Hey everyone, good evening. I hope I'm audible. To communicate, you guys can use the chat box itself. And of course, for today's session as well, don't message Gaurav sir or Khushbu ma'am. You can just directly message me in the chat box. I hope all of us have the permission to type in the chat box. Just let me know in the chat box if all of you can hear me. And also, a very good evening to all of you. Okay, great. Thank you for confirming. Yes, Samiksha, good evening. I hope all of you are doing well. Just give a yes in the chat box if you all are doing good, if you all are excited for today's session. Ajinkya is saying yes. So, what about the West? Just a single message. Come on, come on, come on. Everyone, we won't begin the session until and unless the chat box is filled with yes. Still, I can't see anything in the chat box, team. Ankit, good evening. So, for all those who have joined right now, how are you? A very good evening to all of you. And let me see some yes in the chat box so that I know all of us are sitting behind the laptop or the mobile screens, attentively listening to the session. Okay, Akshay is saying yes. What about the West? Come on, come on, come on. Harshit, good evening. Ganesh is also saying yes. Shanu is also saying yes. And what about the West? Only three or four individuals, participants. Hmm? What about the West? Tired, came from the college, maybe having their lunch, huh? Akshay is saying the group chat was disabled. Yes, the group chat is disabled. You can directly message me. Of course, Teju, we definitely will. Okay, then. I believe we all are ready for today's session. Is that so? Adil is saying yes, okay. Okay, then. So let's begin the today's session. And once again, it will be the Honeywell Future Scale Search Program, a CSR initiative by Honeywell and implemented by Bharat Gas. Okay, great. So I believe we already know what's about the program. It is a flagship CSR initiative by Honeywell, empowering a lots and lots of youth with the skills so that they become future ready. Yes, Shubham, we are going to discuss that. Don't worry. When I show you the agenda, you will be able to see what are the topics and what's the agenda of today's session. Then comes our basic session hygiene rules. So I believe all of us already know. What are these rules? Why do we need to follow them? And what exactly we need to do? Right or wrong? Always using your real name instead of Vivo, Oppo, Xiaomi. Joining on time. That is very important. Taking notes side by side. Of course, no background distraction. Engaging. Okay, yeah. So participating engagedly. Or is that wrong? So you should participate more. Come on. Give me a yes in the chat box. We need to engage actively, team. Come on. Or are we still asleep? Still tired? Okay, great. That's the energy I'm looking for. There's no need to record or click any screenshots. All the recordings will be available in the YouTube itself. And of course, not sharing your personal and your sensitive information. So that are the basic session hygiene rules that we believe that we already know. So this is the agenda for today's session related to information security, how cyber attacks happen. Also, we'll be covering the important cybersecurity laws as well. So I hope now the agenda is somewhat clear to us, right or wrong? What are the topics that we are going to cover today? Is that clear or not? Come on, come on, come on, in the chat box. Let me see it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 sir. What is information? Yes, we are going to cover. Don't worry. I'm just waiting. Okay. Okay, great. So, there definitely would be some practicals as well that are aligned. So, what were the things, first of all, that we covered in the previous session? Any idea? What were the topics? What were the domains inside the cybersecurity that we covered in the previous lecture or the previous session? Let us revise together. Let us see how many of us can remember it actually. So, any idea what were the topics that we covered in the previous session? It's a question for all of your team. So, if you attended the day before yesterday session, then definitely we would have an idea. So, Harshit is saying we understood a bit of phishing. Okay. Something related to passwords, branches of cybersecurity, and steps of what? Ganesh is saying hacking teams. Okay. Multiple teams, red, blue, purple. Also, the introduction to cybersecurity. Great. What else did we cover? Or was that it? We studied the cybersecurity definition. We studied penetration testing. Absolutely right. Then CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and of course, availability. Types of team like red, blue, purple, absolutely correct. How to create strong password? Yes. Using special characters. Then alphanumeric. So A7, then of course uppercase, lowercase using spaces and making the length long. The hacker mindset. Yes. So that was social engineering and the difference between ethical and unethical, or we could say malicious hacker. Absolutely, Kajal. So Aditya says data breach, right? And white and black hat hackers, also known as ethical and unethical. So I hope that was it. All the topics that we covered in the previous session. Yes or a no? Just write in the chat box yes if that were all the sessions that we covered, or no if we are missing out on something. Okay, Harshit, Shubham, Ganesh. Okay. So now that we understand, or should I say, now that we were able to revise all the topics that we covered in the yesterday's session, so there is another task for you. That is the first Google form of the session. So we'll be taking just 5 minutes to fill up the Google form, scan the QR code so that there is no issue getting the certifications. We are able to mark our attendance and show that yes, we were available in the session and we were active as well. We were not just present digitally, but we were also present physically and from our mind as well. So just take 5 minutes and then you can message in the chat box itself when we are done. Okay, so for the students who are asking for the link, just give me a second. I will share the link as well for all those who are unable to scan it. Here you go. So I hope the link is visible to all of you now. For those who are unable to scan the QR code, just take another couple of minutes and let me know once you are done with it. So I can see 2 or 3 yeses up until now, but for the rest, it is still work in progress. Sir, let others join. They are in waiting. Okay, done. Aditya, Anamika is saying done, sir. Samiksha is also saying yes. What about the West? Jatin, done, sir. Priya is also saying done. Chanu, done. Shubham, done. Okay, then. So I hope each and every one of you was able to complete filling up the Google form. And let's move on to the next activity then. So here comes a great question. It is going to check how confident are you. So on the scale of 1 to 10, how fast and smart do you think you are? 1 being the least and 10 being the maximum. Actually, no need to raise your hand. You can just message in the chat box itself. So just mention in the chat how fast and smart do you think you are? If you write 1 out of 10, that means you are the least fast and the least amount of smart in comparison to all of the participants here. But if you give yourself 10 out of 10, that means you are the fastest and you are the smartest. Okay, Ganesh is saying I am a 7. So decent enough. Not very smart. Jatin is saying 6. Okay. Sweetie is saying 8. Harshit is saying 9.9 out of 10. So I believe Harshit is the most smartest here. And of course, the quickest, the fastest. Sunu is saying 5. Shubham is saying 6. Okay. Samiksha, another 7. Okay, so let's check out those scores. I will give you the opportunity to prove it. Okay, Kajal is saying 6 to 7. In between that, Vaishnavi is saying another 6. So let's check it out. Actually, how fast and smart are you? So as you can see, there is a game in front of you, but I don't know what to do here. Can somebody help me? What am I supposed to do here? What are these random jumbled words in front of the screen? You know? What should we do here? Yes, Zeba, it is crossword. So we need to figure out the most amount of words within a given specific period of time. So what I want from all of you is instead of messaging me just a single word turn by turn, I want you to take exactly 5 minutes. We can start a timer as well. And after the timer has reached zero, then we'll see who is the person having the most amount of words figured out. So are we ready? Pooja, no, not a single word at a time, a complete list I want from you. So let me start a timer. Okay, the 5 minutes timer begins now. So let's see how many of you will actually be able to find more than 5, more than 10, who knows, even more than 15 words. Okay, Maleswari has given 4 in total up until now. Make sure the word should be related to cyber security. Person having the most amount of words in that specific list will be the winner. I'm not going to tell you the total amount of the words. So no, that won't be possible. Come on, team. 2 minutes have went by. Only 3 minutes left. Okay, Ankit has just got a single one. Okay, so 3 more are discovered. Let's see who will be the person having the most amount. Okay, so I believe on the top is Shreya. Figured out 7 words from the crossword puzzle. Let's see about the West. Aditya has figured out 4. Okay. Ashwarya is 3. Komal has figured out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see the person who will be able to figure out the most amount of words. So currently at the top of the leaderboards, we have Shreya. So let's mention the name here. At the very top, we are not giving a voice to the second or the third person. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, Maleswari is at the top with 10. Shreya has figured out 7 up until now. Let's see. Komal sent me just a single list, all of the words in a single message. One final list that will be counted for all of you. Ashit has figured out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Hitvi has figured out 7, but still on the top is Maleswari with having 10 in total figured out. Let's see, can we get another list? Only 30 seconds, team. Send your answers and we'll be having the results then. Just a single message, including all of your solutions. Jatin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, Anamika has also given 5. And the time is up. So the winner is Maleswari. Congratulations. The one who was able to figure out 10 different cybersecurity related words from our crossword. Well done. So Priyanka has also sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So Priyanka would be the second person to figure out 10 words. Okay, Maleswari, thank you. Shubham has now sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Shubham will be on the third place then. But I believe participation was the must. Even if we weren't able to come first, we still tried our level best. So, moving on to the next thing that would be related to our cybersecurity. So, the first question is not what is cybersecurity, but why is the need of information security? So, why do you think we need to protect our information? Any idea? Why is there a need? Why should we protect the information that we have? Will it be helpful to protect or will it be a waste of time? What do you think? Priyanka is saying, yes, sir, it is going to be helpful. Okay, let me read the other chat. This will lead to give our access to others. Yes, if we don't protect our information, then our information will be leaked. It is helpful, yes. So as we all know that your phone, even my phone, has lots and lots of photos, passwords, of course, banking apps, and messages. So all our social media apps, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So what will happen if they break in? The hackers or whosoever the person is will be able to access your entire life. Is that correct, team? Just having the access to our smartphones, our mobile devices, the hackers will be able to figure out our entire life because we are dependent upon the mobile devices too much. And of course, if there are pros, there are also cons as well. Ganesh is saying yes. If they are able to hack inside our systems in our mobile phones, then they will be able to get complete access of our life. What about the West? What do you think? Is that correct? Or is that incorrect? Or are we missing something here? What are your opinions? For all those who are messaging some other person I won't be able to see, you have to message Anmol Madan at the red Bhatkers. That is, in fact, me. So in the chat box, do you think? Yes, it is correct. Okay. Now you all are active in the chat box. Great. So now we get the basic understanding why there is a need. Now let's understand what exactly is information security. So information security means protecting our data. Now, even the data is of multiple types. We have personal data, companies data, and government data. But how would I know? What do we understand by personal? What do we understand by company or government? Can any of you help me with some sort of examples here? What should I consider under personal data? Harshit is saying yes, it is of course right. Many private information and details is stored in our mobile devices. Okay, here we think passwords are included in the personal data. What else? What do we understand by personal data? Some examples. So Zeva is saying personal data contains bank details. Okay, property details. And passwords. Really great. Aditya is saying photos. Absolutely. Messages. Correct. Let's see what else do we have here for the personal data. And Priyanka is saying your phone number. Absolutely. Your address. Let's see what else do we have. Photos, date of birth, bank details. So date of birth is the new one. Okay. Okay. Emails. Of course. Even those are considered under personal data. ID numbers. Okay. Aadhaar number, PAN number. Of course. How can we forget those? Aadhaar card or PAN card. Well done, Anamika. Ankit is saying it can contain passwords, images, videos, numbers, and so much more. Absolutely. Sanjeev is saying documents. Sweet is saying okay. Phone numbers, OTPs, documents, soft copy. So I believe now we know that what do we understand by personal data. Okay. What about company data? What would that consist of? Personal data is now clear to all of us. What about company's data? Employees details. Absolutely right, Harshit. So all of the data of employees. So it definitely includes their address, their employment ID, their department, correct? What else? Their contact information, their salary details. Yes, that is highly confidential. We should never share it with anyone. Their financial records, so salaries, the sales data. Okay, let's see what else do we have. Ankit is saying company data may contain employee detail numbers, different employment department, and contacts. So that has already been mentioned. Ganesh is saying secret formula. Okay. Employment details, secret data for getting competitive edge. Bank details, yes. So that comes under salary. Companies, strategies, yes. The documentations, maybe the MOUs, project files, sale data, proprietary designs, correct. Financial reports, business plans, login credentials, internal documents. Really well done, Priyanka. Shanu is saying employee details and companies. Okay, data. So I get it now. There are multiple things inside the company data that we need to protect. Shubham is saying company information, financial documents, operational data, and codes, even the software code. Yes. So now the company data is also clear. We took lots and lots of examples to understand it. What about government data? This will be a tricky one. What data is considered under government data? Think. This is going to be an interesting one. Anamika is saying tax records. Okay. So let's mention it right here. Then we have security information, secret information of government. Okay. Tell me something more specific. Registry of our house. Yes, Aniket. Whose name is our house registered upon? Whose the land is? Government schemes. Okay, can be. Defense data. Yes. So it could include your defense, your military data, citizens information, correct? Citizen records, yes. Economic and financial records, criminal records, and infrastructure. So multiple records of the citizens, the infrastructure, the buildings, the states. So Shubham is also saying citizens record like Aadhaar card, land records, police reports, and even health data. Absolutely. So government data has lots of interesting parts to it. If the hackers got their hands on the government data, then it is going to be an issue. Pension, national informatics, house shop tax, everything in RBI. Absolutely. So now we understand why is there a need to protect the information, because whatever you mentioned is something that is really, really important and critical to the government, to the companies, and to us. So I hope everything up until now is clear and good to go. Just give a big yes in the chat box. Let's see how big the yes will be. If not, then definitely please let me know. If there are any questions, any doubts, any queries. Okay, yes, yes, here's the big yes. Ankit has given a yes with a tick, with an exclamation. We have, oh, with the multiple S's, Priyanka. Really great. Harshit has added so many S's. Okay, so let's proceed then. So now, there's a very basic question that comes into the mind. What is the difference between data and information? Now, this is going to be an interesting one. So let us say on the left side, I am writing, hello, how are you? And let us say below, I write the same thing, but let us say in another language. Let us say this is some other languages, something like this, maybe Chinese, Japanese, who knows what the language is, even I have no idea. So I write something like this, and let's add like this. So from the first sentence that is mentioned above, can we understand what is the meaning of it? The first one, hello, how are you? Can we read it? Is it useful? So Priyanka has given a definition. Data is raw facts or numbers that have no meaning by themselves. So it is meaningless. Whereas information is processed and organized data that gives us meaning. So the first sentence here, do you think has some meaning to you? Can you understand it? The first one, which has a tick on the Left side, Priyanka is saying yes. Jatin has provided another information. Hashir is also saying yes. Oh, question mark is missing. Here you go. So the first sentence is definitely an example of information. What about the second one? The second sentence. Can we figure out something regarding that? Is it something meaningful? Are we able to understand it? Or is it something written in gibberish that right now we can't understand it? Maybe because it's a different language, that's why we can't understand it right now. Is that so? Is that the case, team? Give me a yes or no in the chat box real quick. Jatin is saying yes. So data is something that is meaningless. So the sentence that is mentioned below is the example of data, whereas the first sentence is the example of information. So I hope it's clear now. What is the basic difference between data and information? Just give me a yes or no in the chat box. Priyanka is saying yes, it is clear. And what about the West? Samiksha is saying yes. Anamika, Ankit, yes. Okay. Not continued, Shubham. Sanjeev, Vaishnavi, all are saying yes. Okay, then. You're good to go. Jatin, okay. Okay, great. So now that we understand, sir, can you repeat it once? Of course. Information is something that is useful to us, that has meaning behind it. So the first sentence, if we know English, we can read it. And what is the meaning? It is asking that, how are you? Are you well? Are you fine? Everything is going good? And so on. Whereas data is something that has no meaning behind it. So the second sentence, we are unable to understand it. We are unable to read what language it is. So this is the form of, or this is the example of data. So I hope now we are clear, Shubham. Just let me know, yes or no in the chat box. Let's pick other doubts as well. Okay, Shubham, great. Okay then. So now that we understand what's the difference between data and information is, let's figure out the data that we should protect. I believe this is already covered. So we already know what personal information is. All the bank details information, our Aadhaar card number, the login credentials, and the company's document. So this was already cleared by all of you. You gave so many examples in the previous slides. So actually we were already able to cover all this. So we can just skip this slide now. Then comes, how do we protect our data? So team, definitely you can use these points to help, but what according to you can we protect and how do we exactly do it? So first point here that is mentioned is using strong passwords. But how can you make a password strong? For some reason, I am unable to recall it. Can you help me out? How can I make my password strong? So currently the password I am using is this. How to make this strong, team? Who can help me out? Sweetie is saying use special characters. Okay. So I use a special character. What else? Is now my password strong or do we need to add something else? Okay, Anamika is saying add some numbers. So let's add 57, a random number here. What else? Okay, adding some more special characters. So hashtag dollar. Is that it? Is my password strong now? Yes, Priyanka, number has already been added. Device includes special characters, string of capital and small. Okay, so here is a capital and here is a small one as well. Add some spaces. Okay, so here let us say there is a blank space. So is now my password strong? Yes or no? Do you think this will be a strong password? Use Bitwarden. Yes, in the previous session, we used Bitwarden to check the strength of our password. Yes, Harshit is saying it will take centuries to crack. Okay then, using strong password is done. What about OTPs? Why should we never share it with the students or to the hackers, to the people, or even our professor? Why do you think there is a need that I should never ever share my OTP? I hope we all know the full form of OTP. That is one time password. So why should we not share it with others? I believe sharing is caring. So why shouldn't we share the one time password with others? No? In the schools, in the colleges, all of us teach that sharing is caring or caring is sharing, howsoever you want to call it. Because it is a secret security code. Absolutely right, Komal. If you share the OTP, the consequences is going to be worst. Okay, Shrivari is saying other person can gain access to our device. And we would never want that, correct? So Jatin is saying अगर आप किसी को OTP बता देते हो तो वो आपके बैंक अकाउंट ईमेल या एप्स में लॉग इन कर सकता है. Absolutely. While sharing passwords, they can hack our devices, correct? This is one of the last layer of protection against the hackers. OTP can be used to log in without the password. Yes. And absolutely right, sweetie, they can access the application. So, of course, this is the common knowledge. We should not share our OTPs with anyone. Then comes lock your mobile phone and laptop. Okay, so we should use the password. But don't we always have mobile with ourselves only in our pocket? So why would there be a need to lock our mobile? We are already not sharing our OTPs. We are not giving our phone to anyone. So why should we lock our mobile phone then? Or why should we have a pin for the laptop? Yes, Shravari is saying in case of theft. Komal is saying for safety and privacy. So there could be chances that someone else has the access to our phone. And Anamika, you are absolutely correct. To protect our personal data because precautions are better than cure. If someone gets unauthorized access, yes, Ziba. So even if they get their hands on our phone, they are still not able to log in or get inside of it. Okay. Do not click on unknown links. Why so? I am curious. Whenever somebody gives me a link, I always tend to click it. Is that a good habit? What do you think? Yes or no? I am always curious to click random links. No, that's not at all a good habit. The link may contain malicious software that get installed on the device if it is clicked. Absolutely, Zeba. Komal is saying it can be dangerous for our devices. Anamika, yes, phishing attacks can be a third party link, of course. Some words represent the link is fraud, okay? Once do it, sir, later you will never click, okay? Okay, Aditya, got it. So I will never click upon the unknown links as well. The last but not the least point says use antivirus software. Why there is a need to use antivirus? I have already logged my laptop. I am not sharing my OTPs with anyone. I am using such a strong password. So now there is another thing that I need to do using antivirus software. Now, where did that come from? The Shubham is saying if the unknown links are clicked, then the virus and the attack can be performed on our device. Okay, that was for unknown links. What about the antivirus? So Komal is saying protect from harmful programs like viruses and malware. Absolutely, Shranu, it will protect our device. And Zeba is saying prevention is better than cure. Improves device security. Correct, Anamika. And Windows Defender is one of the example. So Aditya, you are absolutely right. So now we know how to protect our data as well. Antivirus software is used to detect if any virus and any other attacks are trying to enter into our device. Absolutely. So now we know how to protect our data as well. Okay. Then comes a practical. We have already seen that if our email has been breached or not. That we already know. What if we need more information? What if we want to know which are the websites that you have signed in? Which are the applications or the websites that you use? Then we can use behind the email. Want to check it out? Want to try this? Yes or no? If you say no, we will just skip it. Shubham is saying yes. What about the West? Don't want to try too loud? Priyanka is also saying yes. Aditya, yes. Okay. Shreya is also saying a big yes. So I will share the link in the chat box as well. Let's check it out. So we would be wanting some volunteers. So if you think that your email is safe, then you can share it with us in the chat box and we'll try it out in the practical. Before that, let's open it up. Let's search behind the email. Here is the tool. Let me share the link with all of you in the chat box. Here is the link and let us see. Do we have any volunteers? We need some actual mails from you. Anyone want to give it a try? Anyone who is brave enough? Shubham, that's not the actual mail. That is a temporary mail. That won't help us. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Shubham has shared his mail. Let's try it out and click upon the search option. Okay. So we weren't able to find much, but we were able to find that this email ID is associated with GitHub. Anyone else who wants to give it a try as well? There are some of the free searches that we have, or else we need to sign up and log in. Okay, Sweetie has also given mail ID. Let's check it out. Oh, you have reached today's limit. Okay, so let's sign it up so that there is no issue or no limit with the searches. Okay, let's try it out now. Okay, so we were able to found that yes, This is a Google user, a Google account, and that mail is also associated with Google Maps. Okay, so this is still not a lot of things that we were able to found. Do we have any other email IDs that you want me to try? Or is this something that I can give you as a homework so you can try it out on your own? Which one would it be? Just write in the chat box. If you already have a rough idea regarding the tool, or if you want to see some more emails, then you can drop your email ID in the chat box itself. In the meantime, you all are thinking, I'm just having some water. So just let me know in the chat box that if you are trying it out on your own, or if you want me to search up the emails itself. Okay, sir, we are trying it out on our own. Just give us 2 minutes. Absolutely. You can take 3 minutes, no worries. Just let me know once you have tried it out, the tool, so that we can move on then. So the link has already been shared in the chat. So you can just write your email ID here and try to search it up. Okay, another email ID we were able to find. Two active Google apps, that was Google Meet and Maps. Great. Just let me know once we are good to go. Take a couple of minutes more and then we can proceed. In the meantime, if you have any other questions, if you have already given it a try, then let me know. Shreya is saying done. So was it able to tell correctly? Figure it out that your email ID is linked with what other domains? Okay, another one in the chat box. Trevor is saying yes, it was able to tell all the domains that were linked to my email ID. Okay, and what about the West? Still trying it out? Maybe adding your friend's email ID instead of yours? Being much more clever. Abhilash is saying yes, Spotify came up. Okay, and what about the West? What were you able to find out about your email ID? Okay, Harshit, what were the results? Can you let us all know? What were the things that you were able to find out? Okay, that is great. What about the West? What else did we got for us? Just let me know once we are good to go, once you have all tried it out. I can see multiple of you saying yes, just waiting for the rest also. Ankit is saying done. Okay. What information can we find? We can find all the associated websites that you have logged in, signed up for. So some of the examples are here. 8 registered accounts that you can find from. GitHub if it is there. Google Maps plus reviews. Then if there are any other app that is linked with it. So LinkedIn, Google Maps, Meet. So if you try some other mail, see, you can see Satya Nadella, Chairman and CEO at Microsoft. So this was a sample mail. So it shows all the education in the LinkedIn. Here it is, where he worked as, email services, registered accounts. So you can find all about the other apps that the email is linked with. Okay, Harshit. So I hope it is clear now. All good to go. Just give me a big yes in the chat box if everything is clear. Yes, sir, it is clear. Okay. And what about the West? Komal is saying yes, sir. Thank you. Falgun is also saying a big yes. And Sanika is also saying yes. Okay, then. So now that we tried that out, okay, there's one more person. Okay. Yes, sir, it is clear. Perfect. So let's proceed then. How cyber attack happens. So we are going to study the cyber kill chain. How many of us already know how the attackers actually get into your system? How do they hack it? What are the steps that they follow? And what do we understand by cyber kill chain? Any guesses? Any idea? Or is it completely new for all of us, including me? Just give me a yes or a no in the chat box. Do we have any idea? Or nope, this is absolutely new for us. Aditya is saying yes, new concept. Okay, Ziba. Shana is saying no. Vaishnav is saying yes. Sweetie is saying no. Okay. So these are the 7 steps that the hackers follow. Something red hat, black hat methods used by hackers. Okay, Ankit. Aditya is saying, okay, no worries. So these are the 7 steps that the hackers love to follow to get the access of your systems. Or should I say, hack inside your laptops, your mobile phones. So in total, there are 7 steps, so of course, 7 points. So just by looking at it, do we have any idea what are the meanings of these? So first of all, what is reconnaissance? Then scanning, gaining access, and so on. Okay. Sanika is saying reconnaissance means gathering information. Okay. So Shubham has given a big para. First, they take or gather the information, check the weak points, plan how to attack, perform the attack, create the backdoor, attack again, and keep all the data and records. So we'll go in depth of all of them one by one. Kali Linux is an operating system. So let's begin the journey then. So the first one is reconnaissance. That means gathering information. So these are some of the examples. But if I say, let us say the target is me, I myself become a target and you have to gain information regarding me. How would you do it? Any guesses, any idea? There are multiple methods you can do it. Okay, so Aditya has mentioned the most easiest one. That is the LinkedIn itself. Okay, what about the West? Is there any other method you can find information regarding me? And inside the LinkedIn, what exactly you can find, Aditya? Think, think, think. Think like a hacker. How would he or she gain the information regarding this specific target here. How will you get more information? Okay, so from the LinkedIn, maybe we can find the email ID. From that email ID, we can try to get the phone number. What else can we do here? So some of the help or the hints that are company's website. So what do you think? Which company do I work for? Logins, browser history, correct? Tracking. How are you going to track me? Think, think, think. What would be the best way to track me? Think like a hacker. You could use some tools that are available to search the phone number, background, and area, correct? Yes, Shubham, we can do a reverse search on the image. Documents, correct? Find some documents regarding me. Okay, what else? Vaishnavi is saying GitHub. Absolutely. So all the projects will be available on the GitHub itself. Let's see what else do we have. IP address. Yes. So by the IP address, you can find out what my location is. So if I do a very simple thing here, so here, okay, some other once phone number gives hackers can track our location when they reach. What should we do? Okay, VPN. When an email is found, we can go behind the mail website, find any weak websites. Yes. So if I say what is my IP and search it up, so this specific website is going to show the IP address of my system. Yes, Wi-Fi logins. So if I have logged in any public Wi-Fi, that's correct. So let's give it a moment. Okay. So see, currently, even though it is not correct, it says Jammu and Kashmir. Even though that is not the most perfect location, but still, we are not too far off as well. So this website can show multiple different things regarding your IP address, IPv4, IPv6, who is my ISP, that is Internet Service Provider, which country I am in, what is the time zone that my countries follow, and so on. So if you want to give it a try, you can try in your systems as well. Just search it, what is my IP, and then tell me, was it able to tell you some correct information or was it completely wrong? Just take 2 to 3 minutes. I will share the link, definitely. Here it is in the chat box. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, Ankit is saying it's not giving the most accurate information. Okay, and what about the West? Come on, come on, come on. Take 2 to 3 minutes and let me know. Okay. Almost right. It is showing. Okay. And it is giving the address. Okay. So Abhilash is using a VPN. How can you? Okay. Komal is asking how should we use this. So what you are going to do is you will go on the website. Okay, there's an ad here. Never mind. So you just go on the site that is known as what is my IP. As soon as you search it, there is going to be the first website and you are going to click upon it and it will start detecting your IP address. And that's it. That's how easy it is to use this tool or you could say the website. Okay, Aditya, got it. Shranu. Priyanka is also saying Chan. So I hope this is clear. Not exactly reconnaissance, but definitely a way to figure out what your IP address is, what your location is, and so on. Okay, then. So, reconnaissance means gathering as much information as possible regarding the target. The second step is scanning. So, this is what we were trying to do in our first session as well. We were trying to find the weaknesses. So, if your email has ever been a part of a thread, not a thread, okay, can we find out the person location from this site? No, it is just focused upon your IP address. You can't use what is my IP to locate the other targets. We are trying to find vulnerabilities. Maybe our email ID was a part of a breach thanks to some other company being hit by a cyber attack. So we are here looking for vulnerabilities. Can you provide me just a single word that what is vulnerability? Okay, loopholes. Just a single word. If I have weakness, absolutely. We are trying to find the weakness. So either it could be in my LinkedIn, either it could be somewhere else in the mail ID, open ports. Maybe I'm still using Windows 10. So that can be considered under outdated software and weak passwords. So I'm not going to ask you again how to make strong passwords. I believe everyone knows. So tell open ports again. Okay. So this is also a tool, definitely not in this session, but maybe in the future one, is known as Nmap. How many of us has heard about that tool? Nmap. The full form of Nmap is, okay, network mapper. So ports are like the doors of your house. In total, there are 65,000 plus ports that could be in your system. Just like HTTP use port number 80, HTTPS uses port number 443, and so on. The different services uses different ports, different protocols, also has different types of input and output methods known as ports. So I hope now we are clear. You can try Nmap on your own if you want to. Definitely we'll cover in the future sessions. But for all those who are really passionate and curious, so they can try out Nmap as well. So I hope scanning is also clear, team. Let me know if everything is good to go. For all those who are searching and map, take just a moment and confirm it. Okay, Shubham is saying yes. What about the West? Trevor is also saying yes. Okay, great. And what about the rest of my team? Some people are missing. Aditya is saying yes. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. Vaishnav is also saying yes, sir. So now we were able to scan the target. We were able to find the weaknesses. And we were also able to do reconnaissance. Okay, Priyanka, Ankit, Ashit, all of you are saying yes. Samiksha, Priya, and Manshu. Okay. After reconnaissance, then scanning, we have gaining the access. So if I take a simple example, so let us say this was the house that I wanted to enter. So I started to gain as much information as possible regarding that house. So I saw there are big bushes on the left side of the house and a huge tree on the right side. Then I figured out vulnerabilities. Maybe on the top there is a broken place in the roof. So if I climb up this tree and can jump in from here and can get the access. The second could be now I was able to track that when the person leaves. So the person goes to duty at 8 a.m. and comes back at 8 p.m. So within this time, there is going to be the perfect opportunity to get inside the place. Now, after the scanning has been done, the plan has been made, then comes gaining access. Using the vulnerabilities, using those weaknesses to enter the system. Now, I hope we all know what a phishing email is. And of course, maybe the different types, hacking the mind, social engineering, right or wrong. But you can provide some other examples as well for gaining access. Okay. Ankit is saying phishing emails. So phishing emails are basically harmful emails that want you to click upon a specific link. If you are available in the first session that was orientation, we actually covered that. Okay, so for all those who were not present, I will show you once again. Instead of the same one, let's pick another example here. So let's say phishing quiz instead of Google. Let's go with the second one. Okay, get started. Not a good platform. Let's see if we can get a great one here. Let us say our name is Hacker and hacker@gmail.com. Okay. So see, here is an example. So this is an email that you just received. So just by looking at it, maybe checking the grammar mistakes or if it is trying to complete or create the urgency. Just by looking at it, can we check is this legitimate or fake? And if it is a fake one, then that means it is a phishing mail. Got the point, Ankit? What were the previous examples? This one was the one that we covered in the previous session. You can take this up any name, any mail ID. So see, this is something that we already covered. So we need to figure it out just by looking at the mail without clicking anywhere. That whether or not this is a harmful mail or is it a legitimate mail. These were some of the examples that we covered in the previous session. Okay, we got a yes. And what about the West? Is gaining access clear to all of you? Just let me know a yes in the chat box if it is clear. If it is not, please feel free to ask as many questions as you want. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. By everyone. Okay, great. So moving forward, now we also gained the access. Then comes the installation of the malware. So I believe we still remember what a malware is. Malicious plus software. That is the full form of our malware. Ever heard of these three examples? Ransomware, Trojan horse, spyware? Or is it the first time that we heard about it? Let's begin with the ransomware first. Okay, yes. So what is a ransomware? The hint will be ransom plus software. What is a ransom? Aditya is saying I heard them during the virus scan, okay? So let's take a very simple example to understand it. Okay, before that, Piroth is equal to ransom, yes. So think of this. This was a person, he got kidnapped. Now, all the hackers, or you could say all the people who kidnapped him or her, are now asking for money to return this person back to his or her family. So that money is known as ransom. I heard them in jumbled word, okay? It locks data and demands payment. Absolutely. So the money that is being demanded to free up this person is known as ransom. In the technical terms, your data will be not kidnapped, of course, will be encrypted. And to decrypt the data, the hackers are going to ask you for money. So there would be a specific software to do this, to encrypt all your data and then ask for money. So that specific software, you could say, is known as ransomware. I hope that's clear now. What do we understand by ransomware? Just give me a yes or no in the chat box. Ashit is saying yes. What about the West? Sweetie is saying yes. All clear. Anamika is saying yes as well. Shreya and Kamal are also saying yes. Okay. So moving on to our second one. Trojan horse. Ever heard of it? Okay, so what it is? What is a Trojan horse? Any ideas? Any guesses? Priyanka is saying it is a malware that hides inside a legitimate software. Or should I say that from the outside it looks good, but from the inside it is a harmful software. And that is what we understand by Trojan horse. Shreya is saying Trojan horse appears to be legitimate. Yes, but actually it is not. Komal is saying it works secretly. Absolutely. So that is Trojan horse. What about a spyware? Any idea? What do you think a spy will do? Spyware will never come forward or directly harm your system. Yes, Ziva. It is a software used to secretly collect your information and send it back to the hacker. Yes, Shreya, secretly collects user data. So that is what our software is. The spyware is. So now the installation of malware has also been done. What comes next? Then comes is command and control. Let us say you were able to find my LinkedIn and get into it, maybe change the password, had the complete access. So now you can command and control it. So you can post whatever you want. You can send whatsoever network requests you want to do and have the complete control over it. So after the malware has been inserted, has been delivered or executed in the victim system, then we can control it for our favor. Now it could be a ransomware. So we have controlled the system and encrypted everything, or it could be a spyware that we are sneakingly looking upon all the information and the data that our victim has. Easy enough. Command and control. Simple and easy. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the fifth step. Yes, this is the fifth step. There are two more steps ahead. What are the two more steps? Sixth is the data theft. Now that we have the complete access, we can now steal the data. Now we can get all of the juicy information, including the passwords, the bank details, yes, the company's secrets. Absolutely. Now that we are inside the system, we can do whatever we want. We can take as much as we like. I hope that's clear. Data theft, because now we own the system. Now we can do whatsoever we want once we are inside it. Okay, yes, sir. All clear. So we are still left with the last one and the most interesting one. Covering tracks. So what does covering track means? Let us say you were a thief, you came into my home, you took whatever you wanted. Now, what does covering track means? Any guesses? Covering your tracks. Wipe away any evidence of activity. Yes, Zeba. We don't want our fingerprints to be left behind, do we? And come on, what about the West? Some of you are very actively engaging, but some of you, I believe, are asleep. Is that so? Think. Covering tracks. Okay, fully awake. So, this is the final step and also the anti forensic stage. We don't want anything to left behind that could be used as evidence. But do you think is it possible that everything we were able to wipe out? Or is it always that something always left behind? Humans are never perfect, so they make mistakes. Yes. Even if you try your 100%, there still would be things that might left behind. And the police can figure it out and try to reach you. Destroying all the evidence. Yes, we can try to do that. So it includes clearing the logs, modifying system files, even disabling some of the tools and hiding all the malicious files so that nobody can figure out what happened to their system. So I hope it's clear now. These were the 7 steps that we discussed earlier. Let me show you again. So this one was it. These were the 7 steps that we saw in the previous slide. Reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, malware installation, command and control, data theft and covering tracks. So reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, all of these steps were covered. Just give me a big yes if everything is clear, or you can definitely ask me any questions. Sir, please tell me, is our privacy safe or not? Not perfectly, but yeah, you are in good hands. Okay. Yes. Okay. Madana. Okay. Let me check the other ones as well. Yes, sir. All clear. Clear, sir. Move on. Okay. So I hope it's the same for all of you. Okay. Great, great, great. I think because if you're using internet and using applications, then our data is not safe. Absolutely. See, nothing is 100% perfectly secured. So there is going to be some sort of issues. Sir, can you tell us that we can track anybody's mobile phone, something like their location? The police can, the cyber cell can, but all those tools won't be provided so easily. Either you have to create one of your own, or either have to purchase it just like organizations do. Okay, then let's clear everything out and move on to the next slide. So now comes the cyber security laws. So what do you think we'll be covering inside this topic? This is going to be a very, very important topic for all of you because even the smallest thing that you do is a crime or could be illegal if you don't know what you are exactly trying to achieve. So are we ready to understand the laws of cybersecurity, which applies to each and every one of us if we have ever tried to maybe hack a Wi-Fi, impersonate someone, trying to gain the access of somebody else, social media, Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Shanu is saying also yes. Okay, then. So first of all, why are cyber laws important? Of course, we know that cyber crimes are increasing. There is a protection required, and we should also be responsible and should know what exactly we are trying to do and what are going to be the consequences. Yes. Okay. Samiksha, yes. Okay. So let's take it slow and try to understand all of them. The first one is identity theft. So using someone else's passwords, digital signature. Okay. So how many of us have tried, or maybe even we do right now, try to copy somebody's signature, maybe our parents? How many of us have already tried that? Just give me a yes or a no in the chat box. How many of us have tried copying? Okay, Samiksha is saying yes. Harshit is also saying yes. So if we ever try to use somebody else's password, principal signature for leave, sir. Okay, Aditya. Not a good thing to do. It's highly illegal. So using someone else's password, digital signature, OTPs, or identity. So if you have ever heard about catfishing, pretending to be somebody else without their permission, then it's going to be a issue. Me, sir, I tried my lecture. Okay, okay, Vaishnavi. So if we try to do it without the permission, then the punishment can be up to 3 years in jail or a fine up to 1 lakh rupees. So here are some of the examples. Using someone's Instagram account by stealing their password or using someone's else Aadhaar card details for a fraud. Even if you do it for just a prank purpose, even if you don't mean it and you still did it by mistakenly, still there is going to be a harsh punishment. So it could be okay, instead of 3 years, you could be sent for just 1 year. Instead of 1 lakh, it could be 50,000 rupees. But I hope now we get it. What are the things that we shouldn't do inside the identity theft? Never pretend to be somebody else and never use someone else's credentials. Because if you are ever caught, then the punishment is very severe. The career will be close to the end. Just give me a yes or no. If the first cybersecurity law is clear, no need to remember the numbers, it's absolutely fine. You can just understand the things that you shouldn't do. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear first law. Samiksha is saying yes as well. Ankit, sir. Can you tell how it shows? I didn't get the question. If somebody log in their phone, like if someone's logins into my phone, is that what you are asking, Ankit? Just rephrase the question and let me know. Hashit is saying clear. Manshu is saying clear. Pooja, yes. Okay. Okay. So that was the very first one. Okay, so there's a question. Can we use someone's other account with safely by hiding ourselves? It is highly illegal, so my answer would always be no. There could be multiple frauds that can happen using Aadhaar number. They can use your identity to maybe sign up to a policy or purchase something. Or when a cybercrime happens, they can leave your Aadhaar card as a evidence. Can someone track us? Of course. See, right now we believe that we'll be using a VPN so nobody can track it. But just think that VPN is also from a organization. Yes, even if you are using the Tor. I told you nothing is ever perfect. You are never perfectly hidden on the internet. That's why we have cyber crime cell always active. because lots and lots of people are now using Tor and VPN. So they figured out other ways. What to do if someone else do it for us, sir? You can complain on the government website, government portal, and of course, use their helpline number. Let me show you that as well. So you can just write cyber crime, let us say number. So here it is, see, different states have different numbers. Or if I search cyber cell number, so it should provide me the same thing. Cybercrime Police Station 1930, the National Cybercrime Helpline number. Of course, the cyber cell, let us say website. Even if you search that, you will be shifted to cybercrime.gov.in. You can report the cyber crimes on this website, filing a complaint on a national cybercrime reporting portal. See, here it is. This option to file a complaint. I accept, and then you need to log in. Your mobile number, get a OTP, and you can sign up and you can register your complaint. So I hope that is clear now. 1930 is the national helpline number and the website. I will share this link in the chat box as well. And 1930 is the national helpline number. 1930. I hope that's clear now. Not the Google Drive, but the form links. Okay, yes, sir. Okay, then. The second one is cheating by personation. So, pretending to be someone else to cheat people. So, this is something you would have definitely saw on the Instagram. Pretending to be a girl or a boy, maybe asking for money, maybe asking to purchase something for them. Fake job offers. They will create a sense of urgency. If you need the job, click on the specific link. Or you have to pay 5,000 rupees in advance to make sure that your seat is finalized. And fake bank calls asking for your OTPs. So you should be always on your guard. Always be strict. Always be very careful in sharing any sort of information and making any sort of bank transfer. And the punishment, again, up to 3 years of imprisonment and 1 lakh that you need to pay. Can even be both if it was a huge scandal. So I hope this is clear as well. Please let me know if there are any questions, any doubts, any queries, anything that you want to ask. So these are things that you should never ever try to do it. Because what we think is a prank, what we think is a joke, could actually lead you to the prison and paying the hefty fines. Just give me a yes in the chat box if everything is clear. Take a moment to digest everything, how severe the punishment and the consequences can be. You think you are safe just sitting in your home, nobody knows what's going on. But the cybercrime, the police, the cops have tools that some of them even you won't have heard regarding. But yes, they can do wonders in catching the criminals. So never be on that side where you have to run from the cops and the police. Okay, yes, sir, yes, sir. Everything is clear. Okay. Okay. Read all the chats. All said yes, sir. The next one is hacking or unauthorized access. So this is what we really love to do. Breaking in to someone's Wi-Fi, using their Wi-Fi for free. You know? Sir, please teach us how to hack the Wi-Fi. Hacking a website or accessing the school database without authorization. Now, even though this one and the last one seems very simple and easy, yeah, it's very normal to do. We are just kids, we have no idea. But again, you are 18 plus already. So all the rules will be followed very, very strictly with you. Sir, I stole neighbor's Wi-Fi. Okay, Harshit. Now we can't do anything. It's better to not use it anymore. Just delete it and never try to do it again. Because if your neighbors file a complaint against you, this is the punishment that you may be charged with 3 years of imprisonment and up to 5 lakh rupees in fines and damages. So it's not a good idea to hack someone Wi-Fi. I forget it now. Okay, great. Because see, I know some of you might thinking, okay, we'll do it in such a way that nobody knows. And I told you nothing is ever perfect. You think that you are never going to be caught, but karma will always come back. Sir, I can do it and someone can checking me. Yes, if somebody is checking you and there's always a eye, everything that you even talk on a phone call is being recorded and you should always be very, very careful. So I hope we understand hacking and unauthorized access as well. What are the things we should never ever do? Right or wrong? Samiksha is saying yes. Okay. Sir, what is your link? Okay, LinkedIn questions will be answered in the very end. Okay, Ankit, it's not about you who is recording and not the other person. It's your service providers. There are companies, those who are connecting your calls. They have the complete record of everything. They know what things you are talking about, so they can easily shortlist you. Okay. Ankit is saying got it. Shubham is saying yes, sir, it is. Clear. Perfect. The next we have publishing obscene content online. This is where we share some stuff that is not appropriate for the other people. So, uploading or sharing obscene or inappropriate content online. That includes sharing inappropriate videos. So, could be anything. It is not just limited to a specific topic, but multiple things. Posting explicit images on social media that might harm someone, that might cause anger to some religion, to some people, or something maybe negative, something against some organization and stuff. So it's not a very good idea. Why? Because the first offense can be up to 3 years and 5 lakh. But if you did it the second time as well, then it is going to be up to 5 years as well. And of course, even the money that you have to pay or the fine will be increased to 10 lakh as well. So I hope that is clear. Just give me a quick yes or a no. Now we know what are the things that we don't need to do. Someone has raised their hand, so instead of doing that, you can just write it in the chat box itself. Sweeta is saying yes, Aditya is saying yes, Shubham is saying yes, Nikhil is saying yes. So it's always best to never share anything that you are not sure of. It can automatically lead you to some sort of issue. Got it? Okay, yes, 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 great. The next is child pornography. So this law also states, so it is a bit similar to the last one, but it is specifically related to pornography content, and that too of the minors. So if you are publishing, even if you are browsing, or just sharing the already existing content involving minors with anyone, some of the examples: child exploitation, underage mining, or something related to that, or even downloading illegal, or you could say child images or videos. Just downloading it is also an offense. It's not about just sharing, it's also about just saying it. So then the punishment is up to again 5 years of imprisonment and 10 lakh rupees worth of fine. So whenever you are using internet, this is something I always say, be very careful. This is something that can make or break your future. Then the complete family, you, has to suffer through a lot. Got it? Just quickly write yes, or of course you can write a no if there is any question. Everybody's scared. Okay, Ankit is saying yes. Everybody was thinking, okay, there are lots and lots of things that we need to take care of. Now we know how severe the punishment and the fines could be. Okay, I can see multiple yeses. No questions in the chat box. So all good to go. Okay, great. Then comes cyber terrorism. So now you are trying to attack the government systems, critical infrastructure that may threaten to the national security. So basically, you are trying to go against the country or government, of course, the one that you live in. So, trying to hack military networks, attacking the power grids, or attacking the government websites. And then the punishment doesn't say up to, it is a life sentence. No other options. If you are found guilty in any of these three charges or even more that may concern regarding attacking the government, then there is no if and buts. This is a life imprisonment. It's a life sentence. That for the rest of your life, you have to spend it in the jail, in the prison itself. No need to raise the hand. You can just write it in the chat box. So I hope cyber terrorism is also clear now. See how severe the punishment could be. The consequences are something that I really wish nobody has to ever go through. As I mentioned earlier as well, it can make or break your career and your future. Just write it in the chat box if everything is clear. We are good to go. Just a small, quick yes so that I know. Okay. So all the students have noted down, taken the notes, and now we are good to go. Okay, yes, 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 lots and lots of yes. Yes, sir, I was taking notes. Absolutely fine. You can take a moment, write down everything, whatever you want to need. Crystal clear, sir. Okay, Shreya. Okay, if that is also clear, let's proceed with the other cyber laws. Data theft. This is something that we have already covered, but still going over once again. Stealing or copying data without permission. Some of the examples are stealing companies' data, copying some private files, or downloading any confidential documents. Then, of course, you won't be sent to prison for data theft, but yes, compensation up to 1 crore rupees. This is something that you need to pay if you are stealing or copying data without permission. If you have the permission, it is fine. You could say, yeah, this is my friend. He already told me that, yes, I can copy things from his computer and share it with others. That's absolutely fine. But if you don't get the permission, then you are again in trouble. So cyber laws are all about troubles and stuff. The things that we definitely should avoid. Just take a moment for those who are writing it down and let me know once you are done with it so we can proceed. Waiting for your replies. Just let me know once we are good to go. Yes, there would be recordings available on the YouTube, so you don't have to worry. Okay. Yes, Jan sir. And what about the West? All good to go? Come on, come on, come on. Let's do it, sir. What is the duration of the cybersecurity course? 8 years in total. Shivam is also saying yes, sir. Okay. So then, coming to the end, we have breach of privacy. So if you are trying to capture or share someone's private images without the consent, so it could be just recording someone secretly, sharing his or her pictures, then the punishment is 3 years in imprisonment or up to 2 lakh worth of fine. So I would suggest never ever, even if you are in public, record someone without their permission. Even if they're private photos or not, you should never do it without the permission. Be sensible and always ask for it if you ever want to. But without it, if the other person complains, then again, all of us are in trouble. And definitely, when I will feel sad that my students whom I taught were not able to follow the rules and now are in trouble. So I hope that's clear as well. Not emphasizing on the numbers, no need. We just want to understand what are the things that we should never ever do, which can get us in trouble, our family in trouble, and so on. I hope that's clear. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, okay, okay. Understood. So, cyber stalking. So, these are one of the last ones. So, repeatedly messaging someone online. Just think, just messaging someone online repeatedly or spamming, monitoring someone's social media, or also known as stalking, can also lead you to prison for almost 3 years. Just spamming someone or monitoring or stalking someone. Even that, something we believe is very normal. So it is absolutely not. it can lead you to the prison, to the jail for almost 3 years. I hope that's clear. Now I can say we have a rough idea regarding there. See, there are a lot more laws. These are the most common one because we can't cover all the laws even if we want to in a single session. Okay, got it, got it. Let's move on then. Understood, sir. Great. So online defamation is also a big issue. Posting false statements damaging someone's reputation. So we can say that we are emotional, we wrote it, or we wanted some revenge. So we wrote something bad about the person, about their organization. Even that is punishable, and you can be sent to prison for 2 years. So we also have a table here that has all of these, whatever we just learned, in a single one. So all the sections in between, all the crimes, including identity theft, online fraud, hacking, till privacy violation, all their punishment, and the only one having the life imprisonment is cyber terrorism. So I hope all those laws were clear to you. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Okay, yes, yes. Shubham is also saying yes. Samiksha, Chinmay. Okay, Manshu is also saying yes. Sir, now please give LinkedIn. LinkedIn is still, wait, there are still some slides left. We'll share with, I told you, now we'll share the LinkedIn, don't worry. Just don't spam it over and over again. Okay, so here are some questions for you. Which one do you think are legal and which one, according to you, are illegal? Just give me a yes or a no. What do you think? Is first one legal? Yes or no? Using friend's Netflix password. Is that legal? What do you think? Ankit is saying yes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So the first one is legal. Second is logging into someone's email. Of course, Shubham. Logging into someone's email. No, it's illegal. Creating fake Instagram profile. Is that legal? Illegal. Absolutely. And downloading movies from a third party website. Will that be illegal or will that be legal? Again, illegal, illegal, illegal. Yes. So now we were able to easily differ what is legal and what is illegal. So here is the another Google form for today that you need to fill up for attendance, certification, marking your presence. So just quickly scan the QR code and let me know once we are good to go. Yes, take a moment, no worries. I'm not going to move to the next slide. Sir, send it in the chat box. Okay, let me share it in the chat box as well. Just a moment. Here it is in the chat box for all of you who are unable to scan it and who want to fill it from their laptops or their system as well. Done, sir. Done, sir. Okay, let's wait another couple of minutes for your other friends to complete it as well. Done, sir. Okay. Okay, everybody's saying done, 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 done. Okay, got it. Team. Done, done. Okay, the chat box is completely filled with done now. Okay, so what were the topics that we covered today? Will we be able to recap them? Cybersecurity laws. Okay. Okay, Shreya. Oh, okay, impressed. So Shreya has sent the complete paragraph regarding what we actually covered. So here it is. So I hope that is clear. In the chat box, I have shared with everyone what were the topics that we covered. So hats off to Shreya, really impressed. Yes, behind the mail was also done. Just check in there, everyone. All of what we covered today has already been shared. You can thank Shreya for that. So yes, that was it for recap. You can all thank Shreya definitely for saving us some time. Okay, we have something more as well. Here it is. Just check the everyone chat and let me know if it is visible or not. But yes, that was it for today's session. So if there are any questions, any queries, any doubts, so please feel free to ask me right now. Sir, now session has ended. Please share LinkedIn. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Thank you for reminding. I will share the LinkedIn link as well. Just give me a second. In the meantime, please, for all those who had any kind of doubts, any queries, they can ask right now. Sir, when will be our next session? Shubham is asking. Day after tomorrow. So today is Thursday on Saturday. Sweetie is saying all clear. Okay. Ankit is saying okay. So if there are no other questions, no other queries, no doubts, then I would say okay. Okay, done, done, done. Definitely. We'll meet all of you on Saturday. No worries. All clear, sir. Okay then. So may God bless you all. Have a wonderful day ahead. Stay safe. Stay clear. Don't misuse any information. I don't want anyone to see behind the bars. Of course, we need to be very careful. Yes, have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you.